And welcome, true art believers. This is Pearson here. I am the number one live art streamer in the world. I hope you're doing well today and you are watching 400 Days of Drawing. Today is day 335, and we're going to be doing some gesture drawings and maybe chatting about some things. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin today's drawings. I'll kind of talk about what I'm going to be doing a little bit later. How about that? Alrighty, I hope you're doing well. So today we're going to be doing some quick 30-second gesture drawings, and they're going to jump into 2-minute gesture drawings. So this is going to be really quick, and maybe I'll have enough time to talk about some things along the way. We'll see what happens. All right, let's begin here. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we're just gonna go. We're gonna see what we can do here. I am going to do some continuous line drawings for these next few right here, just to kind of get the drawing, like, I guess, fluid going, or like I don't know. We'll see what happens. I meant to press to have the figure. All right. I don't know why all the figures are clothed, but here they are. All right, so I'm going to do some continuous line drawings here, just to not really worry about like the outcome, right? I don't really want to worry about that. I am here to kind of just draw the figure as quickly as I can, or not even as quickly, just to kind of get the pencil moving, and yeah, basically just get the pencil moving and move the pencil around and so forth. All right, the next one here, 30 seconds. We're just kind of moving the pencil around, not worrying about the outcome and so forth. Right now, it's really late, so you just want to kind of focus on the task at hand. So that's what I'm doing, trying to focus on the task at hand, and then maybe something good will come out of it. I don't know. We'll see. And that's it. Really quickly. And I'm not really, I wish I could say I'm like looking, but I'm not. I'm really just kind of getting acclimated to drawing, um, live drawing in general. I'm kind of warming up. I really think that we underestimate warming up. I think people think like, oh, warming up's for like sports. No, it's for everything. You want to warm up to kind of get into this zone, right? And right now, in order to get into that zone, that like state of flow, warming up while you draw, is really kind of like that. It takes a little while to kind of get into that flow where you're really seeing things start clicking and so forth. There's also other factors involved. There's other factors involved. Like one of them is like whether or not you want to be. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Just doing some quick 30-second gesture drawings, and they're not going to even look that good, quite honest with you. It's really late. Just trying to what's this? It's like a lady with a pirate. Anyways, I'm not going to get it done. I don't know what I was talking about. This is supposed to be a face. It's a pirate hat. Anyways, all right. Just kind of warming up here. Moving the pencil without bringing up the I'm not lifting my pencil on these drawings. I'm just kind of moving it around and looking at the contour lines as I am drawing it, simply because I just want to kind of keep the pencil moving. And oftentimes doing this type of drawing where you're just moving you're just moving, and you're making actions, and action is better than inaction in drawing oftentimes, because at least you're making some sort of decisions. What they don't have they don't have to be great decisions, right? They don't have to be the most perfect decisions in the field of drawing. They just got to be decisions. And it's better to just have things occurring on your surface than to kind of be stuck in this analysis paralysis. So I'm just doing these quick gesture drawings or continuous line drawings to kind of at least get things flowing. And I do feel like there things are kind of loosening up. We'll see. Oftentimes, I know myself as an individual. I know myself as an individual. Like late at night, my attention span is spread thin. So like if you, I don't know how I did that. If your attention span is spread thin, you know, you're just not going to be concentrating. And I mean, and drawing is a kind of like a an act of concentrating and a thought process and so forth. You know, you have to think during that process. I know I had this giant like thing I wanted to talk about, but I don't know if I'm going to get to that because I'm kind of talking about other things right now. So now we're going to jump to 2 minute drawings, which means I have a little bit more time. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep doing continuous line drawings, but I am going to draw lightly, and then I'm going to start defining those forms a little bit. So I'm going to do these continuous line drawings for this one, for these drawings, and see what happens, see how they affect my outcome. So I'm going to do continuous line drawings for a little bit, and we're going to use the information that I've kind of applied here to make the final drawing and see where it takes me. So I think what I was wanted to talk about was I've started jump roping, um, and the reason why is I normally I exercise quite a bit, but I don't really do cardio because it sucks. Let me be honest, it just sucks. I just don't couldn't get into it, and I just don't like it. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately with regards to like just things in general. And this is gonna be a bad one, folks. Okay, so we got something here. Now, what we're going to do with the information is going to tighten up everything. I'm going to come back to that idea that I was talking about earlier. Okay, we're going to take the information I have here, and we're going to try to tighten it up in the time frame, which I don't think I'll have enough to kind of really do it. I think I spent too long really doing this continuous line. We'll see how it works out for the next drawing, but this one's got like she's like a gas mask on, and you can't really see what's happening down here. It's all cast shadow. But there you go. It was okay. That's a good first start. It's also I'm talking at the same time. So I uh I don't like jump roping. I don't think anyone does. Well, me. I'm sure there's a lot of people that really get like there's this thing called like the runner's high, I guess. And there's this thing that people really like love it. They like really get into that like they uh they um they really dig it. Um I haven't experienced it yet or experienced it in a long time, I guess. I guess maybe I experienced it when I was like high school or something. I did a lot of running then. Um, but like it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing ever. Um, but anyways, I digress. I don't know where I was going with it. So I decided that I wanted to at least start introducing some sort of like cardiovascular exercise in my routine, just to kind of mix things up. And to be quite honest with you, I don't really enjoy doing that. It's not my thing, But then again, I don't know if it's really anyone else's thing, right? But I decided to do it, and the first week was just awful. Like I couldn't jump rope at all. Why am I couldn't jump rope at all, you know? And I was like just like first off I got really winded really quickly. And then second off I just couldn't jump rope. So I had that whole thing going there and really couldn't jump rope. I got super tired and I was sore. My gosh, I was sore for like a week. And I jump roped every night um for like a week straight. And I just kept doing it. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Every day after work, I went downstairs to jump rope and then I exercised afterwards. I did some like light weightlifting, you know, very light. I don't think I selected the type of figure I wanted. I wanted to have all nude figures, not because of this, because like I don't want nude figures just because they're nude. It's because like that's like a good thing to do when you're first starting out with figure drawing. Is you want to be able to see the figure uh, doing the figure things. Like you want to see them in their doing anatomy. And this is not a good photo, anyways. I don't know if she's hanging or something. Anyways, um, this is a bad photo. I'm not gonna like this. So I started jump roping, and the first week was awful. Like it felt like the when I first started squatting 400 pounds regularly. Uh, it felt like that, and I was like, I haven't done that in a while either. So I just don't like doing that because your joints ache. They don't talk about that, but like uh, squatting that weight, just you just feel like been you've had a lot of weight on your shoulders, literally, and it just doesn't feel good after a while. You're like, uh, well, anyways, I digress. I started jump roping and didn't like it, and I just kept doing it, and I still do not like it. I kind of dread it, you know. It's supposed to be a face there, by the way, and I just really decided to not do anything about it. I wasn't really interested in this figure, anyways. I'm going to use that as an excuse, but yeah, I chose to do it, and I'm going to keep doing it because every time I think to myself, "Gosh, I do not want to do it," I think I believe that that's a thing that you should be doing. Like you should be doing things that you do not want to do on the regular. Like like I don't I don't I've been doing that I've been jump roping because for the life of me, I just do not want to do it, you know? I don't want to do it. It's just like it it's like a thing that is that needs to be done. I think you have to do things that you don't want to do to kind of strengthen your character as a person because we're always so like prone to to comfort. We're like we're like biologically geared to seek comfort and refuge. And when you do things that you don't like doing, I think there's some psychology behind it where it makes you a stronger person, you know? It makes you a stronger person to do things that you just don't like doing, you know? Um, and I know it sounds silly to do that, but like there's some truth in it. So every time I feel I have this innate urge to not want to draw or not want to do the that exercise, I'm like, you know what, I got to do it. I don't want to do it. It must mean that there's some like truth to it. There's like you're bringing your opening some existential truth to the world in your own way. by doing things that you do not particularly like doing, you know? And um it's just interesting. It's like a weird concept to kind of think about where you are starting to do things that kind of put you in kind of put you in a state of like this is not good right here. This is bad, by the way. Um, in a state of what would it be like? You're in this state of growth, I guess. I'm losing my train of thought because I'm distracted with this bad drawing. I just want to start it over, but it's at this point where I don't have enough time. So we're just going to kind of fiddle around with it. This is why I wasn't even thinking about it. I needed to totally skipped the part where I wanted the models to be nude. And because of that, now I'm like, there's all this clothing here, and it's adding too much things for me to kind of comprehend at the moment. And I'm gonna have to write this down. Like when this happens, make sure you have your settings correct when before you start this live stream. And I thought I had my settings correct, anyways. Blah 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 blah. We're just gonna draw a smiley face right here, and then maybe a smiley face right here. And this one's good, and this one's very sad. Anyways, it's it's a it's a mental strengthening exercise where like you choose to do something that deep down is kind of like a good thing to do. These are not that good, actually. Deep down, it is a good thing to do to exercise because it's just like a net positive in your life. The exercise you don't have to. We're not like it's not like you're seeking to be like a bodybuilder or a fitness model or anything like that. Just to have like overall better health and to not get winded doing regular things it's just a net good. It's like a positive thing. And to be able to do those things, to do things like that is a positive. To be able to do physical activities and not feel like you've been run over by a train is just a good thing in general, it's just a good thing. And I decided to start doing jump roping because I don't really necessarily have like a bad vascular system at all. I'm actually usually pretty good about like having above average cardio because I've always lifted late weights, and usually like there's some science behind that where you when you lift weights, the science is that like those individuals who lift weights have like a 10 to 15% better cardiovascular system than a person who just doesn't do anything, because like the act of lifting weights is there's supposed to be a face right here. I probably should have lowered it right here, technically. Um, that's what happens when you do these images with like cloth and such. You don't have enough time to kind of render them because you're too focused on other things. Um, but yeah, you typically have a higher cardio than normal if you just lift weights. Uh, let's see what we're gonna do here. So I think I'm starting. I feel like maybe I'm getting a little bit. What would you call it? I'm starting to loosen up a bit and maybe get to the point where I'm starting to really not. Even though you don't see it, I feel like the some of the lines that I'm starting to make are starting to be more of what I'm seeing, um, and so forth. They're starting to be a little bit more accurate. Maybe only a little bit, but that's all that I need for this point at this point. Anyways, um, but yeah, just doing things that are uncomfortable is a net good. I believe that to a fact. a lot of the like most successful people do things that aren't fun, that don't have an immediate return, you know, at all. And here, look at them now. They're you know, they're top of the business chain or whatever because they're doing things that make them uncomfortable. And a lot of people like I don't think anyone does things because they're sure they're positive what of the outcome. And if you knew the outcome, oh, actually, I said I thought I was seeing things better, but I'm not. Actually, I kind of am feeling like I'm seeing things a little bit better, but because I'm trying to talk, I'm not able to, right, like get them correct, get things in the way that I would like them. So I really do feel like I am starting to draw a little bit better. I'm starting to see the figure how it really is, and starting to see the forms and angles, especially the ones that have more more angles to them. Like this one's pretty angular, um, and it's got these. It's got like more. It's more angular like that. I think I have enough time to make. I don't know. I don't even know if I have enough time for this one. Like that. But yeah, just starting to doing things that put you in a state of like that you're unsure of yourself, you know? Like you don't know the outcome and you are you're if you're like if there's an unknown variable, I think that is what many of us should strive to do often. And that's what these live streams are kind of like, to kind of put me in this position of where I don't really know what's going to happen. Like I'm pretty good at drawing when I'm kept like to myself, when I'm just doing stuff by myself and I have time to kind of work on it and fiddle around with it and really think and ponder. But I've never really been like the really good artist to kind of like perform like this, to perform, to do things live and so forth. I've done it, but it's never really been like my a thing. So as you can see, took me a while, but I think there's some things that are starting to click. But unfortunately, it's like the last two image figures that are showing here, and it just happens. It just that happens sometimes, where you're finally getting kind of acclimated to some of things that's occurring with just drawing. You're starting to kind of really see things, and things are starting to make sense a little bit better and so forth. And for me, that's how it usually is, though. It usually takes me a hot minute to kind of get in to get into that like visual like mental space before it usually takes me a while, and then by that time it's time to go. It's we're done. Unfortunately, this is a really weird image. This person's on a bike. She's flinging backwards. It's not even a bike. It's like a tricycle almost. Again, way too much stuff to deal with for a 2-minute drawing, in my opinion. I'm being inundated with information, and I'm just kind of stuck with what I have to deal with at the current time. And then there's like she's like her neck's arching and so forth. Um, but yeah, these are not that good. Uh, they're not that good. I spent all this time trying to think about like talking about some things, and I don't know. I just didn't get to it. You know, maybe I need to kind of do some self reflecting again, and kind of go back and think, okay, what did I do well? Well, I think what I did well with this live stream is I talked the whole time. I talked the entire time. Now, what did I do not so well? My drawings kind of suffered uh, because of it, and that's typically what happens is when I do one thing well, it means one area of the live stream kind of suffers because I'm trying to do two things at once has always been kind of difficult. I think I mentioned about this, talked about this in like in depth here. This is a weird angle because the figure's like pressing her hip up, but she's got all this fabric starting right around here, just kind of doing fabricy things. And, she's got all this fabric, and then her leg kind of comes out here. And that's why I don't like having doing these models that have all this fabric and billowy stuff, because it makes it difficult for me to kind of learn the figure in the way that I would like to learn it, where you can see what's happening right around here. You kind of get an idea because you can see a knee here, and then there's the leg kind of coming right here, and so forth. But there's still it's just too much stuff to kind of deal with in the time frame that I'm doing these drawings. And if you ever see those time lapses of those of individuals doing 5 minute long drawings, doing figures in 5 minutes, doing a 5 minute five 5 minute 10 minute drawing study, you see they don't really get a lot done. And here I am trying to do the same amount that some of these artists are doing. They're drawing in drawings in like 2 minutes, and there's a little bit of disconnect, and it is day 335. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be working on Piplip, I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna be working on that guy. Trying to get that drawing a little bit further ahead. And then, back to doing some more figure drawings. I feel like there's this these figure drawings that I'm working on right now. I feel like right now, I'm kind of regressing. Um, and I think I talked about this last time, where you 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 go you like you start building up your skill level, and then then like you kind of regress a little bit, and then you build up again. You start getting better again. And so I feel like at this right now, at this current state, I'm kind of regressing. I think because I'm trying to process new information and try to include new things into this live stream, and because I'm including new things in this live stream, it's slowing me down, in a good way. I mean, this is gonna mean I'm gonna be have better content to talk about. I don't know. I don't know if I talked eloquently enough for this live stream. But I'm pretty sure there's people on these platforms that are doing a much worse job than I am. So I can take it some solace in knowing that is occurring, and because of that, I can say that I'm not going to be the worst, but I'm not going to be the best. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to share this to your friends. If you feel that this is kind of a cool thing that you see occurring, tell them about me. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is Pearson. I am the #1 live art streamer, not live streamer. What do you think I am, Mr. Beast? Live art streamer in the world. Cheers.